How was 4th of July weekend, man? What'd you guys do?
Well, we had a nice little get together. We had a fire, so we had a nice little grass fire out back at our property.
Ooh.
So that was good. Yeah, one of my buddies who's typically good with all this kind of stuff. He's kind of grew up in the country, and he's the guy you call when you need something fixed, or you want to set off fireworks, or so he's our do it all kind of guy. And he came over, and he and Zach, my other friend, who's the wrestling coach, they took some fireworks out on the berm on the property out, probably a couple 100 yards away from the house to shoot off our new house, to shoot off fireworks. Everything was going fine, and then all of a sudden one got a little sideways, and as I was looking out, I thought, that looks a little bit like a fire. And so my buddy had the old headlamp on, so the little light on his head, and I see the headlamp moving really fast towards the pond. So he's running down the berm towards the pond, and then he falls, first of all, which is amazing. And so he tumbles down this hill, and then he's trying to beat this fire out. So I called him. I said, Kyle, he's breathing hard. I said, do I need to call the fire department? He says, yeah, you probably should. So I called the fire department and watched the fire grow pretty fast as we waited for the fire department, and watched it burn. It didn't get very close to the house, but as the owner of the house, you start to get a little anxious that it's not under control. I'm not a fire expert. I don't know how fast these things get crazy. So I had a little bit of anxious moment, and the fire, we got the kind of the half fire truck, the one where just kind of this little truck. It came, and they sort of laughed. It was not a big deal for them, but they put it out. So we had about probably an hour and a half episode where I was a little uptight, but other than that, the 4th of July was great. Had the old hamburgers and watched baseball and swam, and then capped it off with a nice little grass fire.
Nice emergency.
Nice.
So what would this one tip over? I mean, that's all that has to happen. Yeah.
Tipped over. Yeah. So and it started small but grew fast. So I can send you all the video. I'm probably downplaying it a little bit. I'm selling it probably light.
Send me the video.
Yeah, dang right.
Matt, do you mind? Can I put this on YouTube with the video? I think it might do well.
I don't think so. I don't.
I know.
And how big a fire?
I wouldn't want that on there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that.
He's talking about it on the radio.
Can I just point out,
different.
Matt?
Nobody listens. Look at YouTube.
Matt, usually your sarcasm and your harsh words apply to me, but let's just point out here that you are sharing a story of a very scary moment for you, and Charlie saw dollar signs and wants to make money off it.
This is entertaining radio.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It's my personal property, and I'd rather not, show. It's pretty. Oh, you know what? I'll send you the video right now so you can even catch it while we're still talking.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you're texting it to Jim?
Easy dollar guy.
Oh my God.
I want to see this.
Yeah. Also, I'll send it to Jim, and then he can show you guys if he chooses to.
Well, how about this? While we get the video, do you deserve credit for saving Matt Carpenter and his season he's having with the Yankees? Because I know you guys you touched base in the offseason, right?
Yeah, no, I don't deserve any credit, nor would I ever take any. He's doing great. I mean, it's been really, really fun to watch. So I tune in whenever I can, and he's killing it. Like it's really impressive, and obviously the Yankees have it going. So I'm super excited for him, and if there was anything that I said that helped, then awesome. But he's the one in the box. He seems to have refound his confidence, and his swing path is much cleaner. And all of a sudden, he's doing some serious. I mean, he's got 10 homers and like 60 some at bats, I think, if I'm right. But super happy for him.
And that's me. I take full credit for it. But how does that happen though? So. First of all the credit in the world to Matt Carpenter, who said, I think I can still hit. Nobody believed him, right? He takes the minor league deal. They let him go to the Yankees. The Yankees give him a shot. So there's a guy for a couple years just couldn't get it going. Even in the minors, he had better numbers, but not these kind of numbers. So how does that happen where something that has been dormant for a while suddenly clicks? How does that happen?
Well, I mean, to me, it's one. There's a mechanical flaw. I mean, there was a clear mechanical flaw. Like, you don't go from being a guy that hits 35 or close to 40 homers in the major leagues to the kind of low depths that he had got to, unless there's a major flaw. Like, physically, you might deteriorate just a little bit with bat speed, or you might have a slow kind of your numbers aren't quite as good as you get a little bit older if you slow down a little bit or whatever. But the kind of production fall off that he had, to me, screams more of he kind of lost his swing. And there was something mechanically off. So to me, he fixed his mechanics, which ultimately led to confidence. Once you feel that, and that you feel like you're on pitches, it kind of goes the other way really fast. So I think once he felt like his mechanics were back in where he wanted them, he was willing to go to the minor leagues and prove it, and then ultimately kind of wait and look for the right opportunity if it came. And I think he was confident. I mean, he literally went from the house, like he was with the Rangers took his out clause, went to the house, and the Yankees basically called and said, be in Tampa and you're in the lineup. And so he had a nice little chunk of time where he wasn't playing, and sort of jumped right in and has had success. And to me, that is a fixed flaw that he had trouble fixing the last couple of years, and had gotten in a kind of a bad spot with his mechanics, which ultimately leads to a lack of confidence and questioning what you're doing. And then all of a sudden you get it reversed, and now you're full of confidence because you fixed what you thought he knew that he could still do it. He just needed to find it. Like, physically, he still felt like he did 3 or 4 years ago, but he couldn't kind of fix that mechanical adjustment.
He's a good guy, and we're all happy for him. But to be honest with you, we're just now looking at the video.
Maddie, oh my God.
This is serious business.
Dude.
I'm going to describe this. Like, this looks like a wildfire on the plains.
It is.
Out of control.
It is.
What did you guys think? I told you it was a fire, and I was concerned.
Oh,
like, this looks like you're driving in a pickup truck next to the fire. Like, I'd be afraid to do that. It looks like
that wasn't me. That was my buddy. The video of my buddy was in the fire. He got in like Stillwater. Like, we know everybody, so they're like, "Hey, jump in!" And my buddy's out there with no shirt on and jumps in, and that it didn't. Like I said, it wasn't concerning in the fire department. As far as like how concerned they were about this taking over the town. But for me or us, like it doesn't. I was nervous.
It's brutal looking. And Splashback wants to know: does the fire department send you a bill like an ambulance would?
We have the insurance, so you have a chance, at least in our town, where you pay you pay a fee, a yearly fee, and it covers, I guess, such incidents.
Damn, man, that was wild. You kind of got lucky there for a little bit. I mean, it's
Charlie's.
I was just stunned. I'm stunned looking at it. I'm like,
Charlie's
my God.
still looking at this video with dollar signs.
He is. I don't know if I'd post that, dude.
Well, he doesn't want to. I'm going to respect his wishes. Now, can I post the audio?
You are something, dude.
Do you say sure?
No, I said no.
No.
Oh, well, it is on the radio.
How many acres do you have? I'm just curious.
It's about 140.
Huh.
Ooh, man.
So can
Nothing's stopping it.
Do you hunt on your property and stuff like that?
I don't. I mean, we have deer and turkey, and I mean, I don't. We have a lot of nice deer and turkey. I'm not a big hunter, Jim. I don't know if you know me, but I've never shot an animal in my life. But I think people could. I mean, I think that there's huntable creatures on our property.
Because it seems like the pickup truck guy who started the fire would kill some animals on your property.
Yeah, I know.
He likes to feed them. So he set up the deer feeders, and all that on the property. So he's not a big kid. I mean, he has, but he's more of a guided hunt guy. I think he has some land down in Texas. He takes people on like pheasant hunting and some bird hunting stuff.
Go boar hunting down there.
Yeah, nobody's shot anything on my property yet, Jim. In case you're wondering.
So if I happen to be in your town in Oklahoma and I'm driving by, can we pop in and say hi to the family?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
If you're out near Stillwater and you're just popping by,
yeah,
come on by.
Hey, Kyle wants to know real quick, by the way, and we'll let you go here soon. Also, I'd love to know how a former All-Star views the importance of a major league hitting coach. Hitting coach, and if fans overblow the role that they play in the majors specifically.
Good question.
Great question, Kyle.
Well, I think that there are little things that you can do as a hitting coach. I think generally it depends on, I think, your team. First of all, like your veteran players to young player ratio. I think it depends on what guys want. Like I played with some guys that don't really want more than just flips and some encouragement. And then I've played with guys that want mechanical thoughts, and they want, especially when they're in a bit of a slump, they want something. They want the hitting coach to give them something from a mechanical side that they can change where they felt like they've fixed something. So I think it, like I said, it depends on your team and your players. But, generally in the major leagues, especially at that level, it's hard to compete and make big changes. So typically the changes are small, subtle, things that you see maybe if a guy's a little off here or there. It's hard to make big changes when you're competing against that kind of competition. So it's typically more about game planning and approach and the pitcher that's pitching that day and what you're trying to do maybe in certain situations against certain pitchers. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know the exact answer to that as far as how much impact you can have. I've had hitting coaches that have been more impactful than others. But like I said, if you have Goldie and Nolan Arenado, I mean, as far as what a hitting coach would do, I mean, you're just kind of trying there to, come alongside them and help them, I guess, if they tell you things about themselves to remind them of what they think when they're going good. But I think that there's young players that need a little bit more. So it's to me, I've never done it, obviously, but I've been around a lot of them, and now, coaching hitting in college, I think it's an individual. To me, the fun of coaching is everybody's different. Everybody's, an individual and learns differently and hears things differently. So it's I don't know. Golly, I don't know if that even answers your question, but that's how I've looked at it.
Well, hey, listen, it's certainly fair. No, actually, we didn't hear it. Can you start over? No, I'm just joking. Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on, and we're glad that you're safe and glad that you had a lovely 4th of July. And your house didn't get burned down, man. But that's a scary
video. Is scary.
And yeah, Charlie's not going to post it. Anyway, he wants to.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you.
No, I respect Matt Holliday's wishes, of course. But the thing is, we always do post the audio from the show.
So now I feel like
he said no.
But it's my job to post the audio from the show, and now I can't post it.
I mean, you got to keep the listeners. I got to keep them on edge. You can't give them everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can't give them the video and the audio.
No, exactly.
I think he meant you can post the audio of us talking.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant the audio from the video.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought. It was very confusing. All good, Maddie. Thanks for coming on, but we'll talk next week.
All right, guys.
All right, big boy.
Thank you.
Right on.
Good stuff.
That was great. He did underplay it. That sight, that was. I would have been. Oh, Jimmy, I would have been losing my mind.
Yeah.
Losing my mind on that, like panic mode. Oh my God. Oh, at your house, and it spreads. Oh, you can go to jail for that.
I would have.
Remember
I would have shoved some relatives into the fire and run.
And think about this. That story all came about because Cam just asked, "How was your 4th of July?"
God, we just
think about that.
Jinx
That's
again.
the kind of show where people want to come and share.
Yes,
That's all.
of course.